Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Steaks and Tutties brought to you by Tubbs and Frankie.
Ooh.
Woo. This week. Hey, we had a hell of a weekend. We'll get to that. Same as always, though. I'm not even gonna waste my breath. Let's get right into it. How was your weekend?
It was interesting. You came out last second.
Not
We
of the
went
closet, just to Grand Rapids.
Oh yeah, sorry. We decided to hit the casino.
Yes.
And it was not a complete failure,
Nope.
but definitely not a win.
It was up and down is the definition for sure.
There was some excitement,
Oh, absolutely.
but yeah, I mean, we didn't lose all of our money, so I guess you could say that was a small win that we had.
I think anytime you go to the casino and you're there for we were there, 8 hours? Not 8 hours.
No,
like 6
we were
hours.
there like 5 or 6, yeah.
Anytime you can go for that long and not take extra money out and lose that, I think that's a W. I just wanted to talk about, short summary, we both took some money, we put out some sports bets, and we said, let's go hit the tables. We did okay on the tables, and we went and got a drink, and, just kind of up and down. And then I hit roulette, and roulette just absolutely bent me over, stuck it in me, and said, take it. So now I'm down, and my sports bets didn't look great. So long story short, I decided, hey, I'm going to take what I have left, and I'm going to make a parlay. If it hits, we'll come back tomorrow, because I was planning on leaving Frankie's house on Sunday to go back to Lansing. But I decided if it hits, we'll go watch NFL with this money I'm going to make off this ridiculous parlay, right? So it was 7 legs. I didn't even think it actually had a chance. And the first 5...
Well, we said it didn't have a chance.
Yeah, we made sure to say it didn't have a chance so we couldn't be pissed. But we get back to Frankie's house. We go to the bar. We're sitting. A couple of the legs hit. Both the NBA legs hit. And then I had TCU. And I'm like, TCU's down 28 to, 17 at halftime. I'm like, okay, it's over. And then we get back to Frankie's house, and it's like, holy shit, there's a chance. There's top 2 quarterbacks are out. It's their third string. And TCU wound up covering. So there was 2 hockey legs left. It was Knights money line against the Avalanche and Canucks money line against the Buffalo Sabres. Now, anybody that follows hockey knows both those teams lost. The parlay died. That was so painful because hockey, those two bets, the Knights were minus 150 and the Canucks were minus 185. So that was painful. And that was a big parlay because I never put that much on a parlay.
It was
said,
massive.
It would have been huge. Would have been probably my biggest sports betting hit ever. That would have been electric. We would have spent the whole day watching NFL at the casino. But it's okay. We're not mad. We were responsible. We move. So.
Well, and the thing that sucked the worst, too, was, not only did the parlay look good, but the sports bets we had earlier in the day looked good. And then just
literally,
last second.
First half, we looked so good. And then second half, it just kind of slowly diminished. And then fourth quarter was just like, holy fuck, what just happened?
Yeah, I had Ole Miss, the under in the Ole Miss game. It was 64. And it was looking good. And then Ole Miss just fell apart and allowed 21 points in the fourth quarter. And that blew it.
That one was tough. Yeah, and then I had Purdue spread for some reason. That was stupid. I think it was just to piss you off, honestly. But we move. Let's not dwell on the past. Let's get into our locks and long shots here. I split last week because I was stupid, and I got pissed off about Frankie's lock and decided to make it my lock, the opposite side. And, of course, it lost. It was the Lions. Hit the Chiefs -3, though. They absolutely destroyed the 49ers. I don't know why they're so slept on. This week, though, we're going to take the Astros-Phillies over 6.5 on Friday, Game 1 of the World Series. I want to throw a baseball bet out there because I haven't had one in so long, and it's the World Series. We don't even know who's going to pitch yet, but both these teams have been putting up runs, and it's 7 runs. I mean, it's feasible. So
who's pitching that
roll
game?
with that.
Do we know?
They haven't announced it yet.
Okay.
So that's why it's kind of a dumb lock, but I just wanted something for baseball. So
you have to
long
bet on
shots.
the World Series.
I had the Lions money line. It actually looked good. They were up at halftime. We'll get into that later. It didn't hit. This week, though, we got a big game. Michigan versus Michigan State. I knew my long shot had to be related, so we're going to go ahead and do a same-game parlay. Michigan team total over 36.5 points. They're going to put up 50. MSU plus 15.5 first half. I don't care what people say. This is going to be a close game. Michigan's going to pull away in the second half, but we're not a first half team. And Michigan State will be down 14, 10 points at half. And then we're going to ride into the sunset with this long shot. So, what do you got?
So I had the Lions team total under as my lock last week. It hit. Their offense is dead without Swift, and then St. Brown got injured, questionable. Chark was out. Yeah. So offense just did not look good against the Cowboys. Defense even better.
Bum.
Not true. But we'll
get into it. You go ahead.
I took the win. Moved to 9. Is that correct? 9-7-1. I feel like I was 9-7-1 last year.
I didn't change those yet. Yeah, I didn't.
So I'm 10-7-1. I feel like I had 2 locks last week. I don't know. I won that one. I'm running it right back. We're going Lions team total under 23.5 this week against the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins defense is good. I just feel like this is going to be a slow game. I don't care if Lions are healthy. Offense looks dead right now. And then I'm also throwing in another one. We'll get on that one later, but it has to do with our picks this week. So
you only had the one lock last week, by the way.
Oh, okay. What was my long shot last week?
Your long shot was the in bed with the books parlay. Did that almost?
Yeah, so
hit?
I'm gonna count that as a win. It wasn't actually a win, but I know I had.
You had Commanders money.
Oh shit,
dude, it was close.
It might have been 3 or 4. I didn't even place money on it.
You texted it to me.
I had the Jags -3, the Patriots Bears over, which hit, and then what was
the fourth leg? Here, move on. I'll look. I know you sent it to me, so I'll try to find it here.
Okay, but anyways, that lost. I'm basically counting it as a win though, because we almost confirmed that Vegas is not in bed with the leagues. Anyways, this week, the Giants money line. They're 6-1 and they're a 3-point underdog to the Seahawks. It actually opened at 1.5 and it moved to 3.5 points. It just doesn't make sense. Vegas doesn't like the Giants, and guess what? I do. They're real. So we're locking it up. I think right now it's like 135, which perfectly fine. I got it at 145 this week. We cashed. Running it back again.
You're in bed with the books. You had the Jags -3, and you had the over in the Jets-Broncos game. So you went 2 of 4.
Okay. So basically a win,
unless you tweaked it from the screenshot, but I don't think you did. And then your other ones, you had Commanders money line, the over in the Bears game.
All right. Well,
2 of 4 though. That's 50%, but it doesn't win. So you're
kind of scary.
2 on the long shots.
Vegas is 50% in bed with them.
They're halfway there. They're like taking off their skimpy clothing, getting them all wound up. Oh, you like that? Yeah, you like that, Green Bay? Okay.
All right.
Oh, come here, Taylor Heineke. We'll get into that. So let's talk college football first, as always. I want to look forward before we look back at last week. Michigan MSU this weekend. This game is always a big deal, and I feel like people are undervaluing how tight of a game this is going to be. I'm not personally going to bet it, but I think MSU plus 22.5 is a good bet. It's always close. However, here's a trend for you. The last 6 times MSU came to Ann Arbor with 4 losses, they've lost by at least 21 points. And 3 of 4 were 28 plus, and then 1 was they lost by 21. So take that as you will, but with what's happened recently with last year, Michigan was up pretty big, and then they blew it. However, that was in East Lansing. They had K-Dub the third. And then you had, he has trouble with the snap, the fucked up punt, whatever. I think it's going to be a close game. And I just want people to start thinking about that and possibly sprinkling on Michigan State spread. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to, but I think it's going to be a close game. I think Michigan wins by 10. It will be fun, though. If Michigan State can't stop the run, Michigan will win by 50, though. So I was going to go tailgate it. However, didn't have enough interest. You got to pay $60 for the tailgating spot. So I decided I'll just go over to a buddy's and drink and watch it with him. So you want to talk about Wisconsin real quick? Or did you have something about Michigan State.
Both of my college teams are back. It's nice.
What do you mean back? Tennessee was never gone.
Well, it's just nice to see that they're back in the winning ways because, the last couple of years they haven't really been, super relevant. So
Speaking of Tennessee, did you see the hat?
Yeah, I did.
They're my backup team in case we lose on Saturday.
I mean, that was my backup team too, and now I'm in a tough situation. So
because both are back.
Yeah, both are back. I mean, Wisconsin just looked great this week.
How sweet would it be if Tennessee lost their quarterback, they lose out, and then they end up in a bowl game versus Wisconsin somehow?
I love Hendon Hooker, by the way.
I do too. I wish he wasn't 25 years old so the Lions could draft him.
I'm pretty sure I said that last week, but I love it.
Yeah.
Anyways, no, Wisconsin, we kind of watched it at the casino a little bit. I had Wisconsin in my parlay. They're -1.5. They just, honestly, it wasn't as impressive as I was hoping for. The second half just kind of looked bad.
First half
was
awesome.
Phenomenal. Defense looked good. Offense was driving. But yeah, the second half was kind of ugly. And I mean, I'm not really expecting anything from this team the rest of the year. Just nice to get a win every here and there, and hopefully make a bowl game. But
have you noticed the pattern they're on now? I don't know. If
I
this
didn't
is a
notice
true
that
statement.
until you.
This is off my dome though. I'm about to check right now, but I know they lost to MSU. They won the game before that. Now they won against Purdue. Who do they play this weekend? Might have to sprinkle on that team's money line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I actually don't know who
little
we play
win-loss
this week.
pattern.
We might have a bye this week.
My shit won't.
I feel like it's a bye week.
But yeah, keep an eye on
we have
that,
a bye.
I guess.
We have a bye this week.
You might lose the bye week. If somebody gets injured, then I'm going to take Wisconsin spread in the next game because that's a loss, right? That's losing the bye week. If somebody gets hurt on the bye week, next week you're going to win. See what I'm saying?
So we went win, loss, loss, win, loss, win.
See, that doesn't help me. I want to go recent because I don't count the beginning of the season.
Oh, okay. So then if you
Start
Illinois,
from Purdue. No, start from Purdue.
Win
Purdue.
Loss.
You lost MSU last week. Then you beat
Northwestern.
Yep.
Lost to Illinois.
Before that,
Lost to Ohio State.
Okay. Never mind. In fact, it's not a trend. But we try for those. I put on the sheet here. I put Bama destroyed Mississippi State, but they kind of didn't.
No.
Yes, they won 30-6, which is a blowout. But it's Bama, and they were at home, and they only put up 30 with how well they're moving the ball.
Well, and Mississippi State kind of kept it close until late in the second half.
Yeah,
I don't want to say close, but two scores.
Bama was up. I thought Bama was up 21-0 at half. I don't know. We were watching at the bar, but I kind of wasn't paying attention with.
And then it was 24-0 for the longest time. But it was like MSU would get so close, and then just something would happen, or not MSU.
I mean, they are MSU technically. Mississippi State.
This is true.
I want to hop back to weekend recap real quick. I forgot to tell a story. So me and Frankie are at the bar. We decided to sit outside because there's nothing inside, and they had a TV outside with the Bama game on. So we're like, okay, that's fine. Nice night, beautiful night. We're sitting outside on this little patio, and the people next to us, I'm pretty sure they were still in college, but they were just talking about the dumbest shit ever, and they were so loud and obnoxious. And there was one that really stuck with me. They started comparing ACT scores at a bar on a Saturday. Who does that?
Yeah, that's not really something you do at the bar.
One of them called out his buddy for lying about his score. He's like, "No way, you got a 32, bro." And it's just like, dude, shut up. You're at a bar. Talk about sports. Talk about how your dad left you or something. Anything but your ACT score. Like, what the hell? And, I can talk to anybody about anything, but I don't think I could talk about ACT scores at a bar. I'm the kind of guy that can go up to anybody and find something in common, but I don't know what I would have found in common with those folks there. You're talking about ACT scores at a bar on a Saturday night, 70 degrees, late October. What are you doing with your life? Go home and study for your next test on Monday, apparently. That's what you should be doing on Saturday night, not talking about ACT scores with your friend. All right, let's move on. So, yeah, Bama destroyed in quotes. Ole Miss and UCLA, they were kind of our cash cows there for a little bit. They had a lot of disrespect. We thought Ole Miss was a lock at +1 versus LSU, and then they just decided to not show up the second half.
And they looked good, too. They were up 20-17 at half, and then got outscored 28-0 in the second half, like we said. And I honestly don't know what happened. Like, it was just kind of a flip of a switch. Like, we were watching it, and then we kind of went and played tables, and we came back, and I was like, what the hell's going on?
It was 17-3 when we left to go hit the tables, and I'm like, oh, let's go. We kind of celebrated a little bit early, but, I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
And then we come back, and it's 17-10, and I'm like, ugh. And then we saw them not move the ball, and then they got the field goal, so it was 20-10. And then LSU scored late in the first half. And at that point, I was kind of like, ugh, I don't like it. And then LSU just decided to play like LSU of, what was that, 2019 they won the ship?
Yes.
Yeah, so UCLA, also no longer a wagon. They were undefeated against the spread this year. I think I took them 5 out of 6 games or 6 out of 7, however many they've played, and they just got rolled by Oregon.
That was another game that burned me on the under. I actually got burned on 3 unders on Saturday.
Yep.
First one, Tennessee, under 71.
Yeah,
I knew it sent they won 65-24. So 89
Honestly,
points does not get under 71.
They shouldn't have given up 24 at home. That's kind of nuts.
Well, they gave up 10 in the fourth quarter, and I feel like at that point they were up so much it was probably backups.
True.
So they really gave up 14. Honestly, they might have only given up 7 because it was 52-7 at halftime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember you were just like, I only got 11 points to work with. And then it almost
in the
looked
second
good.
half.
Yeah, and then it almost looked good again.
Yeah, they just slowed down.
UT Martin started scoring. My last note on college football is that Clemson, they are so overrated. I don't even know if they're overrated, but
I was going to say I don't know if they're overrated. I think Syracuse is actually good.
Syracuse is good, don't get me wrong, but I think this is the way I've been looking at it. We were talking about it at work today. If Michigan made the playoff, they are going to lose to any SEC team that makes it, but they could beat Clemson. And the best way this works out is somehow we beat Ohio State in Columbus, which I don't see happening. And if we lose that game, obviously, we're not going to make the Big Ten Championship, probably not going to make the playoff, right? But if, all glory to God, we beat Ohio State, we win the championship, we would need to hope to get a 2 or a 3 seed and for Clemson to be the 2 or 3 seed because I think Michigan can beat Clemson. And then we'll go get rolled in the national championship. I'll probably convince myself that we would win that game. If that happens, you'll hear me on this podcast. I guarantee it. I'll say Michigan's got a shot. I'm taking their spread and money line. I guarantee it, whatever. But I think Clemson I don't think they're overrated because I don't see anybody calling them good. I just think they shouldn't be number 5, but they are undefeated, and they're going to roll the ACC because it's the ACC. But they should have lost to Wake Forest, and they should have lost to Syracuse on Saturday.
I think the playoff is going to be interesting because we got Georgia, looks good. We got OSU, looks good. Michigan, looks okay. Tennessee.
You got to say they look good. They have the best run game in the country.
Tennessee looks good. Clemson.
Clemson,
Bama.
Bama looks okay. If we're going to say Bama looks okay, then Michigan looks okay too, I guess.
Exactly.
But those are your 6. And Tennessee still has to play Georgia. You got the SEC championship. It's going to get real fucky. And then if Michigan beats Ohio State, they're going to try to find a way to get Ohio State in the playoff. But if Michigan loses to Ohio State, then they're going to take a deep breath and go, oh, thank God we don't have to worry about that. Because they would try everything. Also, forgot to write it down. TCU, bro. TCU.
Yeah.
Undefeated.
Yep.
Holy shit. Now, granted, I saw a stat. Every time they've come back and won or whatever these few games, the starting quarterback went down. It's kind of insane. They should probably be 5-2.
And now we also have Oregon working their way back in. I get they're going to be, what, are they 1 loss or 2 loss?
They're 1 loss. They got blown out by Georgia.
Yeah, week 1. And, but now they were number 10. I don't know what they are now. Okay, so they moved up to number 8.
Yeah.
So now we have the top 8 that are pretty strong.
See, but I feel like
with
Oregon's
Oklahoma
the team.
State right behind and USC right behind.
I feel like Oregon's the team that's gonna drop one, either the Pac-12 championship or before.
Yeah, I don't bet on Pac-12 games, so.
Yeah, they're on your do not bet list. So.
Yeah.
All right, you got anything else for college football?
I don't think so. I'm gonna enjoy. I think both of my teams have a bye week this week. To be honest with you. No. Oh, all right. Tennessee versus Kentucky this week.
Ooh, that'll be a fun one. Is it in Kentucky?
No, it's in Tennessee. Tennessee is minus 12.5.
Yeah, they're gonna win big. That home stadium is insane. Insane now that they're good.
Also, I almost took UT Martin's spread this week. It was plus 39. And everyone was like, Tennessee's going to be on a big hangover after last week. And I was like, that kind of makes sense. Like, they might just be kind of slow out there. Boy, am I glad I didn't touch that.
What was the final score of that game?
65-24.
They almost covered.
It was
39,
almost.
dude. That's insane. All right, MLB.
Wait. They would have covered. 65 to... Oh, no.
No.
60. Missed by 2 points.
Yeah. Yep. Let's do a collective laugh for the Yankees. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh my God.
Is Aaron Judge gone? First question.
No, the Yankees will find a way to pay him, and he will stay. He will stay. I don't know though. Getting booed. How do you boo a guy that just set the non-juice home run record? I don't understand.
Well,
that.
I did hear a thing today. Can you prove to me that Sammy Sosa was on roids?
No.
Show me the test.
No, you're right.
Can you show me that Barry Bonds was on roids? Show me the test.
And do we know that Judge wasn't? I mean,
not confirmed.
We didn't know about A-Rod in the moment. It took a couple years. Maybe there's some new thing that nobody knows about yet.
I mean, Ryan Braun, he apparently was on roids. I don't believe it. That was bullshit.
Fucking poopy eyes. Yeah, so anyways, Phillies-Astros World Series is going to be electric. The Yankees have now lost 4 ALCSs in a row.
Yeah, and I kind of want to talk about this too because, like, we've seen teams like the Cubs, the Nationals, the Red Sox all make World Series.
Yep.
You know who hasn't made the World Series in the time that either of those 3 teams have?
The Yankees.
The Yankees.
Yep.
And listen, like, we always have this debate. Would you rather be the team that never goes to the playoffs but wins the World Series once every however many years, or would you rather be the team that's always in the playoffs and just never wins a World Series?
Basically, would you want the Royals in 14?
Yeah.
Or the Nationals in 19? Would you want one of those, or would you want to be the Yankees? And I would want one and not go through this pain of every year. You know you're going to go, and then you go, and then you don't even make the World Series.
That's the thing. Like, everybody is all about, the Yankees have 27 rings. When was the last time they won one?
2009.
Exactly. Like,
I mean,
we are now...
Tigers haven't won since 84, though, so I would take one in 2009.
Well, the Brewers have never won one, so...
They went in 2012, though, and then they got swept. That one hurt.
But it's just like, at what point... Like, I don't even know what to say. Like, the Yankees are always top-of-the-line team, top-of-the-line talent. They pay for everything, and then they just...
This is what you get for just buying those big hitters, but you can't win those gritty games where you need to get on base and poke a couple singles and battle in a 12 pitch at bat. They don't have those guys. They just don't.
And, like, you look at Judge. We talked about him getting booed. He was bad.
He was bad.
He was horrendous.
You got a bunch of guys that aren't really used to being there. Really, I mean, actually, no, they are though, because Judge has played in all 4. Stanton's been there for, 3 of them, 4 of them?
Well, and then you got guys like...
Garrett Cole's been there. He's won a World Series, right?
Garrett Cole, Rizzo won one.
Yep.
Bader played with the Cardinals. He was in a bunch. Donaldson was in a bunch.
Yep.
Torres has been in a couple. Matt Carpenter has been in a couple.
Matt Carpenter sucked. I don't even think he got a hit in the CS. Isn't that the stat I saw?
Well, okay, so I'm going to read through their Game 4 starting lineup and tell you the averages.
Okay.
Bader, 400. Judge, 063. Rizzo, 250. Stanton, 250. Torres, 200. Josh Donaldson, 077. I think it's Oswaldo Cabrera.
Yep.
0. He didn't get a hit.
He was electric in the DS, too.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, 286. He was the leading hitter behind Harrison Bader.
Isaiah
Matt Carpenter,
Kinder-Falafel.
100. Yeah. Peraza, 0. Trevino, 0.
Yeah. Yeah.
They had 6 guys hitting over 100.
Yeah. That's tough.
That is horrible.
It's tough. Your Padres' future. How do we feel?
It's dead.
It's dead.
Yeah, it was clearly. It was tough. They honestly put up a good fight. The Phillies just, I don't know. There's something magical with the Phillies right now. And as much as I want to place the future on the Astros, I just want to absolutely hammer the Astros to win the World Series. I don't know if I can do it against the Phillies.
You see, the Astros will win the World Series because DraftKings put out a boost plus 250 for the Phillies to win the World Series.
Oh.
So the Astros
maybe I should go hammer it.
Series. Yeah.
That's the thing, though. I don't know, man. It's just every time the Padres got a lead, I was like, all right, they're set. They're good. Nope. Some late inning heroics or something would just turn. And it was like, the Padres bullpen was so good for the entire DS. And then all of a sudden it was like this series, they weren't even that bad. It was just the Phillies were hitting unbelievably.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and dude, in Philadelphia, that crowd, they are so in it. They are so in it.
Here, you want to do this again? The Phillies Game 5 lineup, their averages for the series. Schwarber, 400. Hoskins, 222. Realmuto, 235. Harper, 400. Castellanos, 222. Alec Boehm, 176. Edmundo Sosa, 500. Bryson Stott, 267. Gene Segura, 118. Brandon Marsh, 0.
Dude, Brandon Marsh, that guy has one hell of a head of hair.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, man. He has looked the same for 10 years. That thing hasn't grown. He probably cuts it, honestly. Probably keeps the ends nice and healthy. But did we watch Game 5 or did I just see highlights? I don't think we watched it.
It was on at the No, we thought it was on.
No, Game 5 was Sunday.
Game 4 was at the casino. Yeah, I thought Game 5 was going to be on Monday.
Yep.
And then I found out it was on Sunday, and I was like, oh, shit, the game's on.
Yeah, so
I literally watched
electric.
The 9th inning. That was it.
Dude, Bryce Harper's home run in the 8th inning. If you haven't seen it yet, go look up Bryce Harper, 8th inning home run with the Moneyball music. Holy shit, chills.
Yeah.
They've been doing it all postseason with every big moment, but the Bryce Harper one was electric.
Well, and Harper does that slow walk. As soon as he hits it and he knows it, he does the step out and kind of admires it for a little bit. Once you throw in that music, tears.
Yeah. Nah, I didn't
tears
cry.
Just get rolling.
I didn't cry, but I did get some chills. I got some goosies, so.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a fun
Do you want to make
series.
predictions?
Yes.
Winner, how many games, MVP?
All right, give me the Phillies in 6, and I'm going to take Hoskins MVP.
See, I like that. I'm going to go...
Do you want my reasoning? I'll give it after you give yours.
I'm going to go Astros in 6, Jordan MVP.
Ooh, nice. I like that. I got a sneeze coming, so be forewarned, everybody that's listening. Maybe it'll go away. Do you want to write those into the spreadsheet there? Or not spreadsheet, the doc?
Yeah. I can
so I'm taking the Phillies because, 1, they're electric. They are very fun to watch. 2, their bats are the hottest out of both teams right now. It's unreal. They got great pitching. And this is the biggest reason, is that if Verlander... I said 6. If Verlander wins another World Series with the Astros, he's going to go into the Hall of Fame as an Astro. So he needs to lose this one.
Oh.
I need him to get blown up in Game 1 or Game 2, whichever one he's pitching, and that way he'll go in as a Tiger. Because if he wins another one, that'll be 2 with Houston, and he'll definitely go in an Astro.
I mean, I think he's going to go as an Astro regardless, but...
Hey, Verlander to win Comeback Player of the Year, does the MLB even have that?
Yeah, they do. I'm pretty sure it's closed.
It's
closed now, though. You can't bet on it.
I mean, who else came back and did what that guy did? He came back after Tommy John and just was one of the best pitchers in the league at 37?
Something like that. I don't actually know how old he is. I know he's old, but...
Yep. He's also got a banging wife. Shout out to Kate Upton for not getting a divorce because he went back and played. Fuck Giselle. Just kidding.
So, what do you think of the Padres going all in and not winning it?
I think they're regretting their star shortstop / outfielder, since he can't field, getting popped for steroids. Because if they had Tatis, are you telling me momentum doesn't shift a little bit? I think it does.
Yeah, I think that team would have been absolutely insane.
However,
I mean, they're starting Ha-Sung Kim at shortstop.
Who are they losing in the offseason? Nobody, right?
I honestly don't.
They're gonna lose Soto if they don't do anything with him, right? Or do they got him for one more year?
No, I think that I'm honestly not sure.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on who they lose. I'd say it's worth it. You went to a CS after you were, they barely made the playoffs, so.
Well, and they missed last year too, right at the end.
Year. I'd say it's worth it.
Juan Soto's contract. He is arbitration eligible for the next 2 years. So he can still get arbitration, which is kind of nice for them because they can pay him pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Not cheap, but they can give him 20 mil compared to 40.
Let's move on to some football here. Some professional NFL of football. Why don't you give your division winners update?
Yeah, I was shocked. I looked at this yesterday night, and I actually could cash out for a profit right now. It was a $5 bet, just reminding everybody. I could cash out for $6.74 right now.
Big time profit.
Bills look good. Vikings look good
great.
To win that because the Packers look horrible.
Yeah, nobody's beating them.
Chiefs, not really concerned. Bucks, I mean, the Bucks are probably going to find a way to win that division.
They will, because who else is going to beat them? The Falcons? They're going to start a losing streak here now.
Eagles, that one, listen, I love the Eagles, but that division is fucking NFC beast right now.
Yeah, but the Giants will fall off here soon. They're going to finish at 500. The Eagles will be 13-4, 14-3, something like that. And the Cowboys always find a way to fall off. They'll be a wild card team.
Hopefully. Titans, they're going to win the division.
Yep.
Bengals are fully back.
Bengals did look
fantastic.
Good. I was going to get into that later.
But then otherwise, I mean, the Rams are the only one that's really a question right now.
Right. Who do you got? Yeah, NFC South, NFC North, East.
Rams, Vikings, Bucks, Eagles, Bengals, Titans, Bills, Chiefs.
Yeah, holy shit, that does look real good.
And that's for $817.
Sheesh. Yeah, I took the Ravens, so they're still winning. But it's going to come down to Bengals, Ravens, I think. And the Rams, dude. They need to figure it out. But they didn't have a game last week, did they?
Nope, they had a bye week.
There you go. The Book of Mormoms. You want to talk about a disappointing start to this new team? Holy shit, we lost to the worst team in the league. He was 0-6. And so Sunday he texts me. It's like noon. I'm just getting back from Frankie's. And I have a text. He said, little side bet action, ? And I said, is this guy fucking with me? Like, he was projected like 80 points. We were projected 100, right? So I said, I'm definitely interested. How much you want to do? And he's like, nothing crazy. And it wasn't. It was like, I think, what did we do? Oh, we did 25, which would have been nice because it would have paid for a quarter of my buy-in, or actually a half because we split it. So I took it, of course. He said, I'm feeling lucky. Homeboy put up, what did he end up putting up, like 100?
90.
Puts up 90-something.
92.5.
92.5. We had like 71. Like
73.
Dak didn't do anything with CD against the worst defense in the league. That sucked.
Tampa's defense
got us 1. Of course, he had the Titans defense who got him 20.
Yeah, 20.
That right there is pretty much the win. If he had any other defense. It's like 3 points, and it's a sweater. And we started Gerald Everett. That was my call. That was kind of dumb. Didn't matter though. So that's that.
It wasn't dumb. He was the highest scoring player we could have put in our flex.
Was he? Oh shit!
Yeah.
I thought
he had 8.5. The highest we had in our bench was 8.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We're not gonna give up though. I didn't look at the projections, but we still have a stacked fucking team.
This week is tough.
And we get Dalvin
dropped
Cook
to
back.
7th.
7th. See, but we win this week. We're probably gonna be back up to 3rd or some shit. We get Dalvin Cook back too.
Well,
Dalvin
the
Cook's
problem
on the
this
bye.
week. Wait, that's week 9. I was so confused. I looked at it and it showed that we had Dak and CD on a bye, and I was like, no, we don't. They have a game this week. No. So I think our running backs are set.
Yeah.
If Josh Palmer plays this week, oh wait, nope, they have a bye.
They
Never
have a
mind.
bye, yeah.
If Josh Palmer plays next week, we're starting him because now Mike Williams and Keenan
might be
are
back
both
after
injured.
the bye though. I'm not starting him if Keenan Allen's back.
Well, no, but if Keenan's out,
Yeah. But who are you gonna start him over though? That's the thing. Actually, we do.
well, CD will have a bye next week.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. All right. Let me go off you real quick. I'm gonna call this "Be Real with Tubbs." Okay. I know I went off. Did I go off last week on the Lions, or was that 2 weeks ago? They had a bye
That was
last
last
week, so I
week.
might not have.
Oh wait,
Did I go off on the bye? No, I didn't.
Well, you had to draw the line in the sand bet for this week.
What was that?
The Lions team total over.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Anyways, it's Be Real time, okay? I took a deep dive, right? I did some soul searching, and I said, why the fuck did expectations get this high for this garbage team that has barely changed from last year's team? Look, this is a team that has been atrociously bad for the history of the NFL. We have never once made Jesus Christ, holy shit. We've never once made a Super Bowl. We haven't won a playoff game since 1991 or 7 or something. I don't know, before my time. So why all of a sudden did we think, oh, this team could get frisky? I'll tell you why we thought that. Hard Knocks. Hard Knocks is a curse, first of all. No Hard Knocks team has ever even made the playoffs. Don't know why we thought that. And now you got people turning on Dan Campbell. What have we given him to work with? This team is atrociously bad. This defense is garbage. Jared Goff, I'm so fucking sick of him. I somehow convinced myself that he was a decent quarterback when we had, best offense in the league 3 weeks in, blah, 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 blah. You know why we had the best offense? Because we had the worst defense, and we had to put up points. And the other team stopped trying when they're up by 21. So that's that. The Be Real is calm the fuck down, give him one more draft, make a couple signings. We got a ton of cap room, and if we're this bad next year, then we can freak the fuck out and say, hey, maybe Campbell isn't it. He's more of just a cheerleader than an actual coach. Also, he cries way too much. It's like he found out, if I cry, the city's going to support me and I'll never get fired. Dude, I'm sick of it. We're going to get sick of it eventually. We have the worst ownership in the NFL. Stop crying. Be a man. You're jacked. You have the biggest arms out of anybody on that coaching staff / most of the roster. Stop crying. Every post-game presser, he cries.
I love the late backhanded compliment. He is the biggest arms.
Yeah. Dude, just stop crying. So, yeah. Hey, we were up 6-3 at halftime, like I said earlier. And then fucking Jamal Williams. I'm so sick of him. I don't know if I've said it before, but this dude doesn't know how to hit a hole if it slapped him in the face with a sledgehammer, okay? He just dances around, gives them time to come up. Micah Parsons comes around the edge, tackles him for a loss, and then he fumbles on the 1-yard line. I don't know how this dude has gone his career without losing a fumble. He has fumbled so many times, and it somehow got recovered. And, yeah, he lost one today on the 1-yard line to go up 13-3. So that's that. Fuck the Lions. I'm done. Ha, Packers lost to the Commanders. Talk about it.
Yeah. We're almost in the same boat. I think the difference between you and I right now is the fact that you've dealt with this for so long that it just, you're so fed up with it. For me, it's, new, so I'm kind of you know what? They might still figure it out.
Right.
But also, it's just more annoying at this point because I'm not, I haven't dealt with this. And then
you've got that proven quarterback where you're like, oh, anything can happen. We've got Aaron Rodgers, who's one of the best quarterbacks of all time. Like, at least we have a trash quarterback, so expectations are low.
See, and he pissed me off today. I saw a quote come out today from Aaron Rodgers. It came from CBS Sports, and it said, Aaron Rodgers says Packers are making too many mental mistakes. Agreed. Suggests cutting reps for struggling players. Now, I'm not a coach.
Do you want to cut his own reps?
I'm not a coach. But if some guys are struggling, how do they get better?
Yeah. You just tell them to go.
I would say by getting more reps.
Yeah. Hey, fuck you. Go sit on the sideline during practice. Get your extra work in somewhere else.
So here's what I've come to the conclusion of, which I pretty much already knew. Aaron Rodgers is not committed to this team potentially having to rebuild. And we knew once Adams got traded that this offense was just not going to be the same. And the wide receivers are not going to be good. He's not committed to it, which I knew that. Now, maybe give us a couple more weeks and see where we're at. But I'd say if we get 4 more weeks in, I'm actually pulling up their schedule right now to see. Because I know we have the Bills this week.
While you pull up the schedule, let me give my piece. I don't think it's panic mode yet. Go out and get a receiver, though. God damn it. You need to trade for a receiver. If you don't trade for a receiver before the deadline, panic mode. Hit the button. Freak the fuck out, right? My other thing. You knew you lost Devontae, one of the best receivers in the NFL. Why are you still trying to run your offense like Devontae's there? Run the fucking ball. Run the ball. Aaron Jones, one of the best running backs in the league with a great offensive line. He only had 8 carries? What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing?
I agree.
This is not
Aaron Jones.
You cannot run this offense the same.
Aaron Jones should be another version of Austin Eckler.
Aaron Jones should be 20-plus touches a game with 5 targets in the receiving game.
Exactly.
Easy.
He should be a second version of Austin Eckler.
Exactly.
He should be involved in every asset of this game. And look he had 2 touchdowns this week. Guess what? One was a receiving, and guess what? It was a fucking phenomenal catch.
Yeah.
Why are we not throwing it to him? Why are we not giving him the ball? It doesn't make sense. We don't have receivers, so either we need to change the plan and run the damn ball, which I'm waiting for those fucking shirts to come out, or we need to go out and get a fucking receiver so that we can continue to do the same thing that we've continued to do for the last however many years and just throw to one guy every fucking play.
Yep.
And honestly, I just pulled up the schedule, so we have the Bills this week.
That's a loss.
Then
3-5.
Then the Lions.
4-5.
Then the Cowboys. Then the Titans. Then the Eagles. I'd say if we go 2-3 or worse, it's time to bring in Jordan Love.
I wouldn't do that. It's not Rodgers' fault. It's the play caller's fault and then the receiver's fault.
You think if we go 2-3 or worse in the next 5 that Rodgers is going to want to stick around?
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to have a choice.
But why would you not play him? If you go 2-3 in the next 5, right? That puts you at 5-7. You just got to be 2 games above 500. Go get that receiver. Go get DJ Moore or even Claypool.
See, but our schedule doesn't get any easier after that.
Here's what they
because
need
then we
to
go
do.
Bears, Rams, Dolphins, Vikings, Lions to finish the season. Like this team,
that's 2
very well could not finish. There was 5 games: Bears, Rams, Dolphins, Vikings, Lions.
I skipped the Rams. You beat the Bears. And
We
Lions.
very well might not finish over 500.
Right. Well, and here's the thing: there's so many good receivers that aren't being utilized that you could go grab right now. DJ Moore. He's being utilized now with P.J. Walker, but why would the Panthers keep him? They just traded McCaffrey. We haven't talked about that yet. McCaffrey to the 49ers. We're not going to spend too much time on it. Everybody saw it. Jerry Jeudy apparently is on the trade block now. That guy is a bona fide number 1 anywhere else, but it's just, well, not anywhere else, but Cortland Sutton, he's taken too much, and Sutton's a dog. And then you've got Claypool even would be a number 1 on this team because Lazard isn't it. Lazard's okay. But he's not a wide receiver 1.
I think Lazard is good. He's just...
Jeudy, Claypool, or Moore could
trusted.
all be wide receiver 1. Aaron Rodgers can trust him to go up and make those catches that nobody's making right now.
But I also don't know, like, if we add a big wide receiver, unless it's like a top of the line fucking top 10 wide receiver,
which aren't
I don't know if Rodgers is going to trust him.
Rodgers needs to learn to stop being a pussy,
like,
and he needs to trust somebody. I get not
like
trusting
say we add Claypool.
or Watson.
Say we add Claypool.
Yeah.
I'm not sure Rodgers is going to trust him to throw the ball to him enough.
Well, he needs to, or the Packers need to run the fucking ball. We're kind of running in circles now. So let's move on, because holy shit, we're going to go long. Let's hit these quick. Yeah, I mean, we hit everything we wanted to. Kyler Murray apparently can play when Call of Duty's out.
It was only the campaign.
He looked, okay. Didn't know that. Not really into Call of Duty anymore. But yeah, they beat the Saints on Thursday night. Bengals, we mentioned it earlier, they are back.
Yeah, getting receivers. Joe Burrow
in
fantasy football might have been the best move I could have made.
I mean, Cooper Kupp, I don't know. But you did get some picks. We'll see what you do with them. Yeah, their top 3 receivers, I put basically had 100 because Higgins had 93. But Chase and Boyd were well over 100 yards. Burrow had like 360 yards in the first half. It's just ridiculous.
Finished with 490.
The Bucks lost to the Panthers. On the road, granted, but the Panthers? What the fuck?
Yeah, there's no explanation.
This is the point where they need to either turn things around or sell, because it might be time for a rebuild with Tommy. Tommy's done after this year for sure.
What team do you think is worse right now? Not like, I guess, what team is worse overall and which team is more disappointing?
Out of what?
The Packers and the Bucks, sorry.
I'd say the Bucks are more disappointing and the Packers are worst overall. I think that's an easy answer.
Packers did beat the Bucks.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. Expectations were higher for the Bucks coming into the year. I mean,
that's something that, like, that game I look back on and I heard this thing
God,
too.
dude! Oh my God! Time out. There's a giant stink bug on my mic right now that just scared the shit out of me. Holy shit, dude! I'm sorry. Holy shit! I don't know what to do with this thing. I'm just gonna leave him. I guess he's a part of a podcast. All right, this is everybody. This is Dan. He's a man of the people. He's the newest member of Tanks and Tugs.
Dan the stink bug.
Dan
is
the
that
stink.
named after Dan Campbell? Because he stinks.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, because he stinks. No, I still love Dan Campbell. Just he needs to cry a lot less, and just do your job. I realize you're rebuilding. We're not gonna do anything. You still have Jared Goff. Go get a quarterback this year, and then we'll see how we do next year. If we had a quarterback that could move, we're 3-3 right now. That's what I gotta say.
Anyways, no, I was saying I look back on like that Packers Bucks game.
Dan's got a broken leg or something, bro. All right, sorry, I'll stop. Let's go.
I looked back on that Packers Bucks game, and we all thought that was like a phenomenal game. Great defense. I think it might just been a shitty game.
I think it was just two disappointing teams matched up against each other. I think
two
that's what it
horrible
was.
teams.
Yeah.
Speaking of, we need to drop Tampa's defense is getting dropped this week in our
I'm
Book of
also
Mormons.
dropping them on my team in my league. Yep, they're done. Let's run through these quick. Giants and the Jets are a fucking wagon. I want to see both of those teams succeed. They won't. I think it's a fluke. The Giants have kind of played nobody as well as the Jets. Jets beat the Packers. That's huge, but
I think
Giants beat the Packers. That's huge.
I think the Giants are for real. Jets are not.
I agree. And the Jets also just lost probably their best offensive player for the year.
But they just got their best offensive player. James Robinson, baby.
I'd say Garrett Wilson is probably the best offensive player now. Dan, where are you going? We got a podcast to finish up, bro. If he walks on my keyboard, whatever number he touches first, that's my number for roulette later. Remember that.
Okay.
Geno Smith, goated? Question mark?
No, he was not that good this week.
Yeah, he wasn't good. But who expected the Seahawks to win games?
Russ has got to be, like, pissed off.
Yeah. I don't even know about pissed off, but, like, the Seahawks are probably like, God damn, we were right. Russ was the problem.
Said, hell yeah, they made a fucking living off of that shit.
Oh, dude, they got a haul for him, and their win total for the season was 5.5, and they have 4 wins already. All right, I'm getting.
And they're
Dan
leading
on
the
remote.
West.
and I'm going to drop them on the keyboard and see where he lands. It's going to be 1 through 9. Jesus, Dan, get it together. Oh, fucking Dan. So, yeah, that takes us to Paige's picks. Why don't you go ahead and read the records there while I figure out what Dan's doing here, and we'll get going.
So, Jake had a mediocre week.
A shitter.
Yeah, he went 6-8, but he's still in the lead. He's 59, 47-1. Paige is second, 1 game back. She is... What is that?
That's Dan.
No, I know. He's not on a number.
No, I know. It's just the remote. I'm about to drop him.
Oh, Paige is 50.
I lost him.
48
Oh, shit. Dan. Oh, he's inside the keyboard. Okay. Well, if he gets a number, then we'll take it. Holy shit. Dan.
Paige had an amazing week. She went 10-4. I also went 10-4. I am 3 games back, 55, 51, and 1.
4 games back of first, but 3 games back of Paige.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
Yeah, honestly, though, it was a great comeback because I started, 1-6 in the 1 o'clock games?
It was
just
horrible,
atrocious because all my long shots, my sneaky ones to get a couple games on you guys, they all lost. And then the Bucks lost. What the fuck? So, and I had the Saints on Thursday. That was stupid. I bet on the Cardinals. I hate when I do that. So let's get right into it. Let me pull up my notes app here. Oh, that's the do not bet list. Ravens and Bucks.
Paige has the Ravens.
Okay.
I think we're all. I'm gonna take the Bucks.
Oh damn it! I'm taking the Bucks too.
Listen, the Ravens are good, but they have looked bad.
Yep.
Bucks have looked horrible.
Yep.
Now listen, I don't want to fall into the trap, but it is still Tom Brady in prime time.
And this is literally your draw your line in the sand game. If the Bucks lose this, it's panic mode for them. They need a win desperately. It's on Thursday night. It's in Tampa. The Ravens almost lost to the Browns. I don't think the Ravens are actually very good. So give me the Bucks, man. They need to figure it out.
Agreed.
Are we skipping the spreadsheet?
Spreadsheet. So the spreadsheet has... It has the Ravens minus 1.4. It's set at minus 1.5 right now. Over-under's at 45. It has it at 39.
Okay. Dude, I feel bad for my boy Dan. I threw him on the keyboard to try to get a number, and his legs are stuck under the comma key now, and he's just kind of slowly dying. But we move. We got to get these quick because we're already at 53 minutes. Broncos, Jags.
Paige has the Jags. I'm also taking the Jags. Broncos are dead.
I am too. Fuck Russell Wilson. He's so garbage. Actually, he's hurt now, but yeah, give me the Jags.
He'll be back this week.
Jags look good. They just,
Travis Etienne season.
Yep. It's finally time for 100% Etienne too. I'm excited to see what that means.
Right now it's Jags minus 3. Reminder, this is a London game. It has Jags minus 2.9. Over under is 39. It has that 33.5.
Oh shit.
Gross.
All right. Panthers, Falcons.
Paige has the Falcons. And I want the Falcons too.
Shit. I took the Falcons too. The Panthers,
fuck.
they shouldn't be winning games.
That was a fluke.
I don't think they will win games.
I don't think so either. And now Chuba Hubbard might be banged up a little bit.
Dan is up. Dan is up and moving. All right, sorry.
Spreadsheet, it's at Falcons minus 4.5. Spreadsheet has it minus 3.5 for the Falcons. Over under 42, it's at 40.5.
All right. Bears and Cowboys.
What do you think Paige has this game?
Cowboys. Those are her cheerleaders.
Yep, she does. She has the Cowboys.
I thought you were going to tell me
the
Bears,
Cowboys.
and I was going to lose
Nope.
it. Yeah, give me the Cowboys too. God damn, dude, what the fuck are we doing? We're all agreeing. I mean, you have to on these games, though. The Bears should not.
That's
beat
what
the
we
Patriots
think.
last night.
Yeah.
But the Cowboys' defense is just so good.
I agree.
They did
Spreadsheet.
lose Jordan Lewis.
Oh, I don't know what the spread is at, but it has Cowboys minus 2, which I would assume they're probably 8-point favorites.
Yep.
And then it has the over-under at 34, which I still don't know what it's at because I didn't put in the odds from the game last night. So.
All right. Dolphins, Lions.
Paige has the Dolphins.
And you've got?
The Dolphins.
Hmm.
Are you going to do it this week?
No. Fuck. Give me the Dolphins. The Lions are dead. I mean,
Wow.
I've taken them every week, I think. So I'm 1-5 on the Lions now. Because I don't think I've gone against them once.
Yeah, so the Dolphins are -3. It has that -1.4.
Should be
the
minus
Dolphins.
17.5.
Over under 50, it's at 48.
Yeah, Lions are dead to me. Cardinals, Vikings.
Paige has the Vikings. And I'm pretty sure Call of Duty comes out this week, the multiplayer. So I'm also taking the Vikings. Oh, boy.
Give me the Cardinals. Give me the Cardinals.
Oh, boy.
It's time for Kyler Murray to put this narrative to bed. He can focus. He's on a mission. He's got D-Hop back. D-Hop looked great. And the Vikings defense isn't very good, but their offense is stellar. And hey, the Cardinals defense looked good last week. Granted, it was Andy Dalton, but I'm gonna ride the Cardinals here. I gotta get some differences here.
I knew you were going to have to switch something.
Yeah, and that's the first one we really could. I mean, I'm not gonna take the Bears over the Cowboys. I'm not gonna take I'm not gonna take the Lions.
You could
over
have taken the
Dolphins.
Panthers.
No, fuck the Panthers. That was such a fluke last week. Honestly, that was a good spot though with the Falcons. So
The spreadsheet has it's Vikings -3.5. It has that Vikings -0.8. Over under is 49. It has that 42.5.
all right.
Big under.
Raiders, Saints.
Paige has the Raiders. Dude, I wish she never would have found the standings. Because I also like the Raiders. I think the Raiders looked really good this week.
Well, if she went by standings, she probably would have just taken the Saints though. They got a better record now. Maybe they have the
They
same.
might. I think it's the same.
Give me the Saints. Yeah, give me the Saints. The Raiders' defense is sketchy. I think the Saints, if they actually let Kamara do something, can put up some points, and they're at home. So I'm going to take the
Yeah,
Saints.
I did not understand the lack of usage for Alvin Kamara this last week.
This
kinda
season,
like,
really. This season.
Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
Spreadsheet. It's Raiders -1.5. It has it at Raiders -1.5. Over under is 48.5. It has it at 48. So the book is on the fucking money there.
Yep. Patriots, Jets.
You go ahead.
All right, I'm taking the Jets.
Paige has New York as well.
The Patriots look bad. Mac Jones got benched. We forgot to talk about that. He got benched on Monday night for Bailey Zappi, and I don't think he's entirely ready yet. And the Patriots' defense looks suspect, so give me the Jets. James Robinson has a day, 100 yards.
I'm going to take the Patriots, and here's why. I think the Patriots got out of rhythm by switching quarterbacks mid-game.
Yeah.
I think the weather was shitty. And I think the Jets are just one of those teams that Bill Belichick will not lose to.
They already did lose to him once, though, no? Isn't this the second time they're playing?
Not this early in the season.
I thought they did already. Maybe not.
I don't think so.
I'll check while
Anyways.
we move on. Steelers, Eagles.
Whoa, spreadsheet has it's
sorry.
Patriots -2.5. It has that Patriots 0.8. Over under is 42. It has it at 39.5.
All right. Steelers, Eagles.
Paige has the Eagle-y.
Eagles.
She misspelled. Yeah. I'm taking the Eagles.
Yeah, give me the Eagles by 1 million.
I hate this, dude. I'm on all favorites so far.
Yep, that's a problem. I'm not, so I'm looking good.
Spreadsheet has get out of here weather. I don't give a shit. Eagles are -10.5 right now. It has that Eagles -7.5. Over under is 43.5. It has that 40. Honestly, I don't mind the Steelers +7.5.
All right.
Interesting.
Titans, Texans.
Paige has the Texans.
Hmm.
I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna go with the Texans.
Perfect. The Titans win this game by 30. The Texans' run defense is so bad, and Derrick Henry runs for 2 touchdowns and 100 yards.
I don't think their offense is that bad though. Dameon Pierce
No, they've got a
day.
good offense, but as we know, the Titans have a good defense, and the Texans have the worst run defense in the league, even worse than the Lions, and that's saying something. So
Interesting. Motherfucker, dude. Spreadsheet has it's Titans -2. It has the Texans Texans minus 0.8.
Threw them off. I just whipped out my titty on camera.
But yeah, Titans are -2. It has the Texans minus 0.8. And then over-under is 40.5. It has that 36.5.
Oh, my God.
A lot of unders, a lot of dogs this week.
You froze there for a second. I was like, am I going to really have to call in again? Commanders, Colts.
Paige has the Colts. Go ahead.
Commanders.
Fuck you.
Yeah. You want me to give my reason?
All you need to say is Taylor Heineke.
Yep. Absolutely. Taylor Heineke and rookie quarterback who's never played in the regular season for the Colts. So.
Oh, actually, you know what? That's my reason I'm taking the Colts. I love Jacob Eason.
It's Sam Ellinger.
Sam Ellinger.
Yeah.
Same guy. I really like Sam Ellinger. He was really good at Texas. So that's why I'm taking the Colts.
Big 12 football is different than NFL football. That's all I got to say.
Barely.
We'll be seeing you.
Colts are -3. It has Colts minus 0.1. Over-under's 39.5. It has that 35.5.
You know what I'm going to do? Every time your spreadsheet has the spread at 0.3 or lower, I'm going to bet on a tie. And I wonder if I make units.
No. We've barely had any. We've had two ties.
One.
Isn't there two?
No, because we would have two pushes on our standings there.
Oh, yeah.
49ers, Rams.
Paige says Rammer. I'm taking the Niners.
I am too. Yeah, dude.
Christian McCaffrey in full.
Knowing the playbook. Debo. Ayuk is breaking out now. That defense is good. You got Kittle, who's way underutilized still. And then, hey, guess what? When McCaffrey's tired, oh, hey, Jeff Wilson. Come on in. Yeah.
Don't forget that 49ers own the Rams.
Yeah, correct. I'd be more confident if it was in San Francisco, but the Rams just don't look good, and I'm rooting for them to finish bad because the Lions have their picks.
So the Niners are -1.5. It has Niners minus 5.8.
Wow.
Over under 43. It's at 36.
This is a game where the Niners could win like 28-10. Like the Rams are going to have a lackluster game.
I agree.
Giants, Seahawks.
Paige has the Sea Creatures, so I'm assuming that means the Seahawks. I'm taking the Giants.
Yeah, they're your long shot. I figured.
Are you taking Geno again this week?
I've been back and forth all week or all day. Nah, give me the Seahawks at home. Yeah, I think
fair.
I think the Giants and the Seahawks, they're very evenly matched teams. And since it's a road game, I'm just going to take the Giants only when they're at home, when it's a game like this. But it's on the road. So
I was going back and forth on this one too, but I'm just going to ride my cash cow on the Giants. So,
yep. What's the spread on
Seahawks? Seahawks are -3. It has the Giants -1.2. Over under is 45. It has that 43.5.
That's a like if it gets to 3.5, that's a hammer for the Giants. Lose by a field goal? You tell me? Yeah, that's gonna happen. They're gonna win or lose by a field goal. Excuse me. Packers, Bills. I didn't realize this is Sunday night.
Yeah, they should have flexed this.
They don't this early in the season, or else the Broncos wouldn't have played 6 straight weeks on prime time.
Paige has the Bills.
You're not gonna do it.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna take the Bills.
Yeah, give me the Bills.
But I honestly, wow, that's hurtful.
Dude, did you see what they did to the Titans? The Titans are a better team than the Packers, and they beat the Titans in Tennessee like 35-3.
See, but this would be that one.
So good.
See, this would be the weird week where both Rodgers and Brady are underdogs and they both win.
No. Brady's an underdog?
Brady's an underdog to the Ravens on Thursday night.
I forgot. That's gonna be a fun game.
So
finally a decent Thursday night game, probably.
Bills are minus 10.5. It has that minus 7.6. Over-under's 47.5. It has that 39.5.
Honestly, are you gonna, like, all joking aside, Aaron Rodgers should not be a 10.5 point underdog. That's not a thing that should happen.
Yeah, but against Josh
If
Allen,
I was a betting man, actually, yeah, it is in Buffalo too. If it was in Green Bay, well, it wouldn't be 10.5 if it was in Green Bay. So, Bengals Browns to round it off Monday night.
Paige has the Bengals. I have the Bengals.
I also have the Bengals. They looked so good last week.
I don't have the spread in for this one either, or the over-under, but it has Bengals minus 3.8. Over-under is at 44. It has that. So.
All right, that's Paige's picks. Do not bet this real quick. I just have a few things. I put the Lions again. I had the Lions on October 10th. I decided to put it again because for some reason I took their team total as a lock. So hopefully I stay off of that. The Texans, I had their money line and spread. Neither hit. Gross. And then I put hockey. Even though I was killing hockey in my straight bets, but it fucked my parlay, so I'm off of hockey for a little bit. Even though the Senators have been a goddamn cash cow. Remember when I said the Senators are going to be sneaky, and then I bet them that one night, they're plus odds, and they were up like 6-2, and then they blew it, and I was like, oh, Senators might not be back, and then they won. They've won 5 in a row.
Really?
Yeah. And they're, dude, 3 of the 5, they were underdogs. We had them on Saturday, but we had them minus 1.5, though, so.
We did. I honestly don't really have much on my do not bet list. It was a pretty good week for once. I kind of have kept. I almost actually had 2 massive hits last night. I had a 10 for 410 and a 10 for 310 that both fell 2 legs short. Both should have hit as well. So honestly, if anything, I'm adding it's pregame unders. And then I'm starting a do bet list, and it's going to be live betting unders. Player props for the NBA, one specifically, which I'm not going to mention because I don't want to ruin my streak.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just pay attention to NBA player props, folks.
Did you want to bring up those things you texted me on Sunday? I forgot to remind you.
Oh, yes. I do have some
quick.
trends. I have some trends I'm watching. They have been very, very profitable right now. Let me scroll back and find it. There it is. So I saw this tweet. There's four props to watch that are at least 4 game streaks or better. Bengals opponents third quarter under have hit 4 times in a row at least. Lions team total unders. I don't even know if that was in the tweet, but I'm adding that.
That hasn't
as a
hit
trend
4
to watch.
in a row.
Trevor Lawrence is 0-4 against the spread first half as a favorite.
Ooh.
And then the Colts are 0-7 in the last 7 on the first half spread, regardless of favorites or underdogs.
Wow. That Colts one is juicy, especially with a backup quarterback now. But maybe he's better than people think, and they rip off a couple here. I don't know.
Agreed.
My do bet list is Ottawa right now, and that's about it. I'm just kind of. I'm not actually gonna bet them, so I'm gonna take it off the do bet list now. But just keep an eye. I mean, they are fun to watch too. I watched a couple of the games, so let's hit some roulette for this wrap up, and then we'll send you on our way.
Now.
I want. You know what, Dan? He made his way to the number side of the keyboard, and he's right by number 1, so we're taking number 1. That's what I want this week. He's not on it. Oh, you know what? He is. He's got 2 legs and a whisker on number 1, so we're taking 1 for Danny.
All right. So I actually have $20 in free cash on MGM. So we're going $5 a piece, 5 on 1 and 5 on 23.
Nice.
25 just hit, so that's kind of annoying.
While this is
now we
going
got
here,
3. No, this is ours.
Oh shit. Okay, no lightning numbers for us. That's okay. We can still hit 150 off of the. Just hit 1 or 23. What is it?
Oh no.
Oh Jesus. Oh, here we go.
Oh.
What do we got? What do we got? It's lagging. Here we go. It's landing. Oh no! It's number 2. God damn it, Dan! Why couldn't you have been a little quicker and just gotten to that number 2 for us, and we would have rolled off into the sunset? God damn it!
That would have been electric.
Damn it! Oh, fucking Dan. All right, hey, I will be tailgating in some sort of fashion this weekend for Michigan State. There may be some videos sent out. I doubt it, actually. I'm not going to Ann Arbor, but I will be drinking all day, getting ready for the 7:30 kick. Go Blue. Let's have a weekend. Everybody hit some tanks. Adore some
Happy
tutties.
Halloween weekend.
Happy Halloween weekend. That's right. Holy shit. I might be going to parties after. Oh, it's going to be a Saturday. Like, subscribe. Leave a review. Tweet us your costumes. Whoever's listening, if you got some costumes, tweet it to us. It's not till Monday night. So, hey, we'll see you next week. And have a great weekend, everybody. See ya.
Peace out.